What's going on, Bee Risers? Hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all having trying to have some fun during this time, trying to, boost your immune system and do something that you enjoy. That really, really helps. Doing something that you love. And also trying to get away from a lot of the fear and negativity out there because that can bring down the immune system. And I was trying to think, do I need, what message do I need to get out there today? And what do people need to hear? And for me, it's just a message of how can we boost our immune system, which a lot of you guys know is the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is greatly ignored by a lot of the medical establishment, even though it's 3/4 or maybe even more of the human body. And we have several lymph nodes, and their job is to, get out waste. They're basically, it's like the garbage trucks picking up the garbage every week, except we really want this to happen every day. We want to be eliminating waste, toxins, and also what's no longer serving us in our mind, our belief systems, challenging your belief systems. How do you know what is truth? And with a lot of the media out there and the news, we really want to take a step back from it all and tune in with ourselves. If there's one thing we can all take from this whole quarantine, it's to really spend some time with ourselves, get to know who you are, get to know what you want to do with your life, what it is that makes you happy, and shine the light on yourself. It is time that we do that. And it's time that we take this time as an opportunity to do what we love before it's too late. That's really the biggest message here, is to tap into your own frequency, your core frequency, and shine the light on yourself and see what truly do you want to do here? What truly makes you happy? Where does your mind go all the time? That you really want to do, but you haven't had the time to do it. And that's where we should be focusing more of our time on. A lot of this whole matrix system is set up from the time that we're born into this world, and we have so many programs and belief systems that are passed down from maybe parents or teachers or the whole medical establishment of you need to do this or that in order to be happy, or you need to go to school or do this job to make money. And if we keep focusing on money as happiness, we can get into several traps. Now, money can definitely help, but it's not the key to happiness. And you'll find on your own path in this life is it's about tuning in with yourself, getting to know who you are, becoming your own best friend, and shining the light on yourself, and realizing that health, happiness, and freedom are the most valuable. You will be richer beyond belief if you have health, happiness, and freedom. That's what I've come to realize is the wealthiest on this planet that money can't buy. And so many celebrities that people worship, or star, quote unquote stars, what we call them, everybody's a star. Everybody has the power to become a co-creator of this reality. And it's what you want to do with your time, how you want to spend your time, and what you want to bring to this world to make it better. There's a lot of, we can look around the world and see there's a lot of problems, and there's a lot of creation, things that people have created that aren't, that are causing a lot of negative consequences. And they may have created these unconsciously and without awareness. And that's the biggest thing too, is having some awareness. How do we have awareness? How do we gain our, our inner GPS? How do we gain our inner compass back? A lot of people are, doing a lot of crazy things out there, and a lot of people are unbalanced. And the way I look at it is, people can become unbalanced so easily in this world because we are fed so much garbage. uh, and that's from the food that we have maybe been eating through the years. That can definitely that does have an impact on all of our trillions of cells. And then we're also fed garbage through our mind. A lot of it is BS, and we have to challenge these belief systems. How do we know what we're believing is the truth, the ultimate truth? So you have to challenge it. And I'm doing that daily. I'm always challenging, do I know this to be true? How do I know this to be true? Well, you have to experiment and test it on yourself. And that's ultimately how you find truth. And now everybody has their own truth, right? Through their own experiences. Ultimately, this is all for you. This is your journey. This is your path to finding your own truth. And what a lot of us have come to realize, and that's why a lot of people are awakening right now, because they're realizing that there is so much more that humans are capable of doing, and we have been suppressed. Our creativity, during this time, you see so many people are producing music, art, writing books, creating clothes, knitting, whatever it is. There's so much creativity that humans, haven't had the time to explore. And now that we have this time, they are creating just magnificent, products and creations. And that is wonderful to see. But what we want to look at is, how do we, for those that are lost and that may be still wondering, what do I do? I'm lost. I don't know what to think or what truth is. Well, if you have, racing thoughts and you are just going a mile a minute, it's time to just take a step back, slow down. Just take a deep breath, first of all, and just breathe. Focus on your breathing. This is about becoming in the present moment and taking some time to figure out what truly makes you happy. Now, a lot of people have a lot of thoughts racing, a lot of uncontrollable thoughts. Their mind is going a mile a minute, and that can really stem from the food that we, may have been eating. So it's really important to start looking at your nutrition, start looking at the fuel you have been bringing in every day through the years. A lot of people think there's no connection with food and health. I went to several doctors that said it has nothing to do with your diet. So they take you further from realizing that, no, there's a huge connection with the food you eat. Hippocrates said it right, let your food be your medicine. What the fuel you bring in every day is either going to feed health or dis-ease. So we want to make sure that we're eating foods from Mother Nature that are minimally processed, that comes off the tree, the vine, grown in the earth, the soil, hit from the sun with live enzymes, lots of leafy greens, berries, whole foods, grapes, melons. Um, did I say berries already? Berries are, high flavonoids. The colors of them really good for taking out mucus, ovarian cysts, and endometriosis, which is what I had, and really good for detoxifying and cleaning out the body. So think of whole foods hit from the sun. Um, Smoothies are great as well to get in those leafy greens and the fruits, and vegetable soups, stews, and really focusing on hydrating the body, hydrating the liver. Uh, you know, since we're born, we may have been in this society of lots of alcohol, drugs, and that can really cause damage to the liver, the kidneys, the adrenal glands, the processed foods, the junk foods, cooked at high temperatures that contain a lot of preservatives, a lot of chemicals in the food that can cause a lot of imbalances in the body. Hormonal imbalances as well from a lot of dairy, mucus forming foods. A lot of these hormones are not suitable for the Homo sapien. Our closest relatives are the primates. Does that mean that we have to eat exactly like them? No, but we really want to look at their anatomy and physiology and see how we, all the all the crap that we may have been eating is causing us so much harm and health issues. And then we go to the doctor, and then we are on, we may be put on so many medications, never getting to the root cause of the problem. So we always want to look at cause and effect, and why we are getting these health symptoms. Why are we getting these these effects? And we have to look at our diet and lifestyle. Stress is also huge. Also getting fresh oxygen. Oxygenating our cells is really important. Getting fresh air to all of our cells. We need to be in the trees. We need to plant more trees. We also need sunlight, vitamin D, essential hormone for our health. And a lot of us are maybe indoors, and especially in these work environments, if we're working 8 hours a day, we're not getting that sunlight that we need. And that is important for fighting any type of viruses, or it's important to keep our immune system up with sunlight. So make sure you get out in nature, get out in the trees, get that sunlight on your skin, and also do something that brings you purpose. Do something that makes you happy. That is also so super important. In terms of Nikola Tesla, what he said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Well, what about our own frequency, our own vibration, our own energy? We need to tap in with that. So we need to take some time out to be alone, meditate, spend some time with yourself, to start listening to your own voice without distractions, without the phone, always interrupting you. You need to start listening to your own voice, connecting with yourself and the universe. And sometimes you may have to go out in nature, go out, sit in the sun for 15, 20 minutes, listen to the birds, listen to your own intuition. That is how to get connected with yourself. If you are unbalanced, if you find your thoughts are racing right now, there's a lot going on, you need to just slow things down. Ground yourself as well. Take your shoes off, connect with the earth. Hug a tree. It's maybe hippie-ish, but it really does ground you. Even if your thoughts are racing, try root vegetables. That'll ground you. And surround yourself with people that are positive, that are healthy for you. Don't everything is energy. We are all energy. So we want to make sure that we are interacting with positive energy and not energy that is sucking us, sucking the life energy out of us, or just so people that are so stressful. So you want people that are going to bring you up, that make you feel good, that don't bring you down. And that is all about the mind and where you're placing your attention and your focus is really important during these times. You want to be aware and conscious of what you're tuning into, who you're listening to. Are they helping you, or are they just distracting you, causing more fear and anxiety in you? Stop watching them. Turn your focus and attention on people that are going to help you, people that are going to inspire you, and want to help you to get healthier, happier, and have more freedom. Tune into those people and tune out of people that are energy sucking and are not making you feel good. So that would be the first. Well, first thing is changing the diet, and then tuning out of the negative, toxic news and people and media. It's okay to have keep one foot in, understand what's going on, but if you're too immersed in it where it's causing too much anxiety in you, then you need to take a step back from the technology, from social media. Do a social media detox if you need to. And I also like to think of us as a river. We are not 80% water. I was going to say 90. We are 80% water. And if we think of our body as a river, we want to make sure that river is flowing and that's not stagnant. When it becomes stagnant, that's when the health issues can start to erupt. And it may take time for that river to get polluted, for symptoms to start showing, but this can take years to, for symptoms to start showing. So if our river becomes toxic, full of, and clogged up, I know there's a river close by to me here, and it's unfortunately people are dumping a lot of chemicals in the river. And this can also be shown in people if they've been taking a lot of pharmaceutical medications, a lot of chemicals, that can cause a lot of pH imbalances in the body. And people can get a lot more health or side effects from a lot of these medications. And they aren't addressing the root cause of the problem, which the problem is we first have to look at what is being dumped in the river. What is the main fuel source of that river? How do we get this river cleaned up? Well, we have to look at cleaning the junk out and providing a clean fuel source to start changing the pH of this river, to start cleaning it up. And when we look at all the processed foods, the junk foods, throwing that in the river is going to cause a lot of health effects. It's going to clog up the river. In our river, we also have eliminative channels, which is our skin. Our kidneys are what we pee out, our bowels, and also our airways. So we want to make sure that we are opening up our channels of elimination as well. And to do that, we need to eat a lot of fiber-rich foods and a lot of water content foods. A lot of people are dehydrated. That river isn't flowing. So we need to bring in the fiber. We need to bring in the hydration. And we need to bring in the vitamins and minerals to start alkalizing that river. It can take some time, can take some work, but it's never too late to overdose on nutrition and to start cleaning up the junk. It's not going to happen overnight, and it may not be a quick fix. Some people get really quick results, but It really depends on the genetics and how long that river has been stagnant to get it moving again. Rebounding and exercise is also important to get that river moving, to get the junk out, to get the debris getting out of through the eliminative channels. So when people start on a detox program, they start eliminating mucus, they start sneezing, they start getting 2 or 3 bowel movements going. That's great because you start getting the channels moving. The river starts opening up and the lymphatic system starts moving. And that is what we want. We want to get this river moving. We want to start alkalizing the river and providing the right fuel source for the river, and not masking it and dumping chemicals in the river and clogging it up. So it is important to work on the river every day to get exercise, fresh air, sunlight, and to make sure there is a healthy fuel going into that river, a clean fuel source. That is a great start to focus on your life, focus on how you can improve your life. How can you start cleaning your river? How can you start, eliminating and getting rid of what's no longer serving you? So the time is now. And if I can, the message that I really want to drive home here is do it now before it's too late. Do it now. Do whatever it is that makes you happy now before it's too late. Spend time working on your body to get it in a healthy state physically, your mind, emotionally. Your mind is also important. That's another health aspect that many people don't focus on, but the mental health is also really important. And also getting rid of thoughts that aren't serving you, programs that aren't serving you, belief systems that aren't serving you, and inputting programs and thoughts that do serve you. Reading affirmations, positive affirmations every day, and listening to positive people. Have a healthy meditation song or music, healthy music that you can listen to daily, and start recording that in your mind over and over. And making sure that you're saying you are worthy, you are good enough, you are beautiful, you deserve health and happiness, you don't deserve to suffer, you don't deserve to be unhappy, and you deserve to make this change today. What have you got to lose? But you have everything to gain and more. Don't ever believe that you're not good enough. If someone's told you that, stop making their opinion your reality. You have to make the change today. And the change starts with you. You have the power within you, and you always did. And we may have been led astray, but it's time that we get our power back. It's time that we get back on track and find our path, find what sparks our soul. When we do that, when we all do that, and we all start listening to our intuition, we will all be rising.